Yo, what's up YouTube? In today's video I want to talk about something that's probably holding near enough 80% of Dojo owners, maybe even more, back from just growing their school. Now I'm gonna reframe this. It's probably going to hold 99 or 100% of Dojo owners back, unless they're kind of aware of it. And even if you're aware of it, you can't be aware of it enough. Um, Without further ado, it's not something like tangible to grab, to see whatsoever. It's actually a belief, and also it's not just one belief. It's just in general. Like, I want to ask you in this video the question of what belief is holding you back from growing your school. Is it you think, well, it's gonna be super hard, and I'm gonna have to work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, whatever, or is it that you just can't figure out Facebook ads or whatever? You just can't figure out online advertisements, and student acquisition is just so hard, or is it retention? You just cannot keep students for longer than 3 months, and everyone just seems to leave every 3 months, or I don't know what else could be there. Sales, like everything's going good, but people are just not being closed or show up, so you generate leads and all of that, but you just can't seem to get people to show up at your school. Like, whatever belief you have is there, it's there to be crushed, so to speak, by yourself. So you basically produce the belief that, like, I can't grow my dojo to 7 figures because of X, because of Y, whatever. And then, but you also produce, like, you are also responsible for crushing this belief and for for crushing this belief and for, how would you say it, for replacing this belief with the actual truth. Like, because if you really see it from third person perspective, like, if we take all of your emotions away here for a second, is there someone who has solved this problem already? Is there a martial arts school who was able to get leads to show up at the school, who does have a good sales process, who was able to scale to 7 figures, whatever it is, like, whatever belief is stopping you, there's someone else who's already done it. Like, especially in your martial arts school, like, if you just look at other schools, like, they've already done it. And, like, the important thing here is, it's not like, well, you crush one belief. For example, I can't figure out Facebook ads, and then you crush this belief, you figure out Facebook ads, and that's it. It's not like, okay, then you're gonna scale to 7 figures. No, like, then something new is going to manifest. For example, maybe it's then, I don't know, retention. Then you have to believe that you can retain people. Like, all of those beliefs, you just have to crush them. And the easiest way to crush them is to just work through them. You just put in the work, and you just work, and give it enough time so you actually crush the belief. Another strategy here is you just reverse it, so those beliefs. So, for example, you're right. So you say, I can't figure out Facebook ads, I can't figure out the right copy, etc. And you just take a Google Doc and you just write down, I am the best at Facebook advertisements. I always have the right copy at Facebook advertisements, etc. And you just, like, reverse all of your beliefs, and you just write them down on a Google Doc or whatever. And then ideally you even print this out and you read this out, like, every morning and evening, just so you can basically you can basically crush those beliefs. And then it's like the 80-20 rule. It's like 80% of it's just putting in the work, obviously, because, well, you can read as many affirmations as you want to yourself, but if you can't really, if you're just not putting in the work, this won't use you much. And I mean, I can even show this to you. I've done this myself over here, right here. So we have outreach epiphany, we have getting clients easy, sales easy, I love outreach is fun, blah blah blah. And I have all of these beliefs about outreach, basically. Just give me a second, let's sit down again. So I have all of those things that I thought are false. I've just written them all down about outreach, about reaching out, cold outreach, calling you guys, sending you guys a DM, whatever. I've written all of this stuff down, just a reverser. Now every morning for the last 5 months, I've read through it, and it's a perfect example. Like, if I would read through this every morning, it wouldn't use me much. But if I actually read through it every morning, plus I then put in, like, the hours of work every single day, well, then it's probably going to work, and it does, obviously. But this is where I get to the second point of this video. Like, business growth, or especially growing your martial arts school, it's just slow and boring. Like, there's nothing fancy about it. It's not like, well, you just do this and this and this, and then you're, like, at 7 figures, then you go to all of these cool events, whatever. It's like, no, it's, for the most part, like, for 90% of it, it's just boring as work, like, just putting in the hours of work, and there's not really any way to get around the work. Like you you just have to put in the work. Um, and basically, mostly it's if it's not slow and boring, like if you're not doing the same thing on a week to week basis. No, this depends obviously, but mostly you just want to do every day, every week the same stuff, like the same classes every Thursday at 6 p.m., etc. So this is just how it works. Like there's not really a way around this. And if it's not boring and slow, then you're maybe even working on the wrong thing. Of course, there are exceptions to this. For example, if you really enjoy sales, the art of sales, then it might not be boring at all times, but it's still the right thing, so to speak, to grow your school. But you get my point. I mean, there are always exceptions to everything. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, what you should have learned at this video, what you should really ask yourself, just what belief is holding you back from growing your school, and just crush those beliefs. If you want more students for your dojo, click the first link in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.